Hello, hello, Stephanie Zima here, my way of life coaching. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about why your message is not clear when your mind is overloaded and messy and somewhat crazy. Before I dive in, though, this is Stephanie Zima. I am helping online entrepreneurs to get off that emotional roller coaster of self-doubt and fear and overwhelm onto a solid foundation where you can take action from and build the business of your dream. All right. So when your mind is overloaded and your message gets messy, it's almost like you are having a big puzzle and you're throwing that accidentally, of course, onto the floor. Okay, on the floor it goes. You have pieces of puzzle pieces everywhere, and then you are scrambling in the box trying to find out what this picture actually looks like. Can you relate to that? If so, drop it in the comments because I know that happened to me quite a bit. And once it happened and I started looking at how businesses are being built and the confusion that can come, especially when you're new and you don't have any sales experience. Now that really resonated with me looking at these puzzle pieces on the floor because you're trying then to put piece to piece together. You might even have a strategy and say, okay, I might need to start building the side edges first. I might need to be building everything that's blue first or everything that's black first or something, right? You might have some kind of a strategy, but depending on how big this is supposed to be and how many puzzle pieces you might have, it can be quite some time until you actually have something that you can use, right? Maybe a piece comes together here and the piece comes together here, but how are we going to put them all together into one big piece that is your business? It's going to be hard, no doubt about it. I'm sure you can relate with that. Now, this is the reason why you need somebody that has already been there, that already knows what this picture looks like. Okay. I know we don't want to invest money. I hear this a lot where people are saying, yeah, I've taken all these courses. Yeah, I've been taking all these mentorships and I never still do anything with it. I have the information. I know what this picture looks like, but I'm staring at this pile of puzzle pieces and I still will not take the action. Okay? And that is quite normal because if you have a normal coach, somebody that just gives you information, those people are just telling you what they know and that's it. The rest is up to you, okay? They just tell you this picture looks this way and that way. And that's when they are going to try my dogs are going crazy. Hold on, please. I'm gonna have to take a look and see. Okay, that's just a delivery person. All right. I always have to check what my dogs are doing. I'm sorry. Okay, going back to it. Now, you might have this picture, okay? You might have the picture, you know what it looks like. You know that it's let's say a beach theme or something, right? That's what you most people want. They want more time, they want more vacation, they want more freedom. So they are looking at it and say, okay, this is going to be a beach theme, and you might have a little small corner of that beach already taken care of, and you might already have the palm tree taken care of. But now here's the thing though, the tenacity that it will take for you, the constant going when your table on which you are building, meaning your life, the table which you are building that puzzle piece on, keeps shaking. Okay, so part of your beach keeps falling off, and part of the other stuff is falling off, and then next thing you know, you don't find the pieces anymore. This is illustrating how life obstacles are coming in the way, right? So time is of an essence here. You're running out of energy. You when you start building your business, you need to not only have the vision, aka the picture, but you also need to have it in a certain amount of speed. Because if you, and I'm going to talk about business right now, if you are starting conversations with people and then life happens and you're getting distracted and you're being overwhelmed, or your nervous system is shutting you down because you got scared and now you're in freeze mode, and out of the sudden that conversation goes cold again. It's the same as if your puzzle pieces would fall down the table, right? Because something was shaking it. You're now having to scramble trying to start it and find it new. You can see how this is a never-ending roller coaster, right? And that is why so many people are quitting. This is why so many people are struggling. This is why 80% of people are giving up, because to be able to make it all happening at the same time without knowledge as to what and how this is going to look like and how you can do it the fastest way, it is really taking a lot of energy to build yourself. And I know it myself because that is what I have been overcoming. This is what I exactly had to do. Like, I had the vision. I knew what this picture was supposed to look like from the very beginning when I first started 8 years ago, 9 years ago. When I started with my business, I thought I knew what this is going to look like. I knew what I wanted. Okay, I knew the end picture, but I couldn't tell how I'm going to get there. So then I set out and I started asking all these people. I asked my upline back then, I asked the sidelines, I asked my boss, I asked, coaches and mentors, and, I got bits and pieces of the entire thing together. But it was never fast enough for me to actually see results in the beginning, actually making some money. I could not make money for the life of me. But because I am the stubborn German, I didn't give up, right? I didn't give up. And then slowly but surely, I started realizing, oh, wait a minute, puzzle piece goes here, puzzle piece goes here, puzzle piece goes here, boom. And then I connected the dots with wait a minute, if this happens, XYZ happens, I freeze up. If I get scared, I freeze up. If I doubt, I freeze up. If I don't feel good enough, I freeze up. And then I procrastinate, and then my puzzle pieces, aka my leads, fall down the drain again because I didn't continue the conversation fast enough. Okay, so because I'm a pattern person, I've been always looking at patterns and figuring out how do these things come together. This is why I've been able to figure things out fast for myself. Well, I wouldn't say 9 years is fast. It wasn't fast. It was a really hard journey, but I'm just not stopping, right? I'm not stopping. Never am I going to stop. But that is the reason why it is hard for you, okay? When your mind is overloaded with life and other obligations, and then on top of it you're putting the fear of scarcity. I don't have enough money and I need to make money, and this is why I'm like blah, blah, blah. Your brain is going to start rambling. Your message, meaning the picture of where you want to go with your business, what you want to accomplish, what you need to work on next, what your product is, what you're selling, how you're going to sell it, all of that is your message. All of that is going to get scrambled, and you're going to end up having bits and pieces places, and that's why you always feel like you hustle with no results. Okay, the solution here is not to work harder. The solution here is to identify your patterns. Identify, when is my table about to shake? When are the puzzle pieces about to fall down? Which side of the puzzle am I going to work on first? Am I working on the left, and am I working on the palm tree? Am I working on the beach? Am I working on the sky? Where would it make most sense for me in my life circumstances right now to build? Right? Those are all questions that you need to answer for yourself in order to make it happen. And then you got to realize, okay, in what duration is this table going to shake? Is this happening every 3 months? Is this happening every month? Is this happening every day? You see, there's a lot of moving pieces. This is why you need a mentor. This is why you need somebody that helps you implement, not just learn, but also implement, right? Become aware of what your fears are, your doubts are, your obstacles are. Don't roll around in those excuses. Just become aware of them. Identify the patterns. What is happening when? How do I make those patterns? How do I make those obstacles go away? How do I fight them? And then after that, how do I make it fast enough? Which action do I need to take first in order to succeed? and see progress, because that is where your motivation comes in, right? I mean, how many of you are getting demotivated because you just hustle, 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 but you don't see any results? I mean, come on, am I right? How many of you, drop it in the comments. Let me see some engagement here. Drop it in the comments. I know I'm not the only one. I know I wasn't the only one that's been dealing with that for all these years. And I want to help you. I want to help you. My mentorship program, the Freedom Mentorship in the Walk It Free Mentorship, is designed for you. Okay, where we heal, we connect, and we level up. It's designed so you can learn your patterns, that you can see, what is this picture supposed to be looking like? What are the stages? Where is it? You know, what obstacles are coming in the way? How am I going to make this all happen? And how do I stay in emotional mastery and control over myself, so I can be the leader that leads through these impacts? Okay. And again, it doesn't matter what business you're in. It doesn't matter if you're network marketing and high ticket sales affiliated, if you're a content creator, if you are even a salesperson with a sales job somewhere. You know, it doesn't matter if you sell real estate. You know, if you have to lead yourself to make business, if you are in sales, you have to lead yourself. You have to have something that it's abstract, right? Your branding and your marketing online, it's an abstract business. You must have a vision of what this is going to look like. And when that vision constantly shatters by your life and by all the things that are coming in the way, that's no good. Okay, that's no good. You won't see the results. You won't be taking steps towards that vision. Make sense? Okay, I hope this resonated with you. If you know somebody that would resonate with that, please do me a favor, share it out, tag somebody in it, let other people know about my channel, about my message, you know, to walk it free, to heal, connect, and level up. Let other people know about it, because I just refuse to believe that 80% of online entrepreneurs are not successful because they can't. I believe that they are successful, that they can be successful in life and in business and in everything, in parenting and in everything, if they can just get control over their rhythms, their habits, their vision, and get clear enough to take action, because that is where they create that consistent income. There's enough money in the world. Don't worry. There's enough money in the world. We just have to solve the problems and actually then take the steps. All right. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.